Yeah, as always, my dear friend Ivan Sokolov is ready to join the studio, and of course I know that immediately chat will start screaming, Ivan is there, everyone is eager to listen something from your side.
Thank you for inviting me, Alesia. Pleasure to be here. So let's see, how are we doing today?
Do you want to say something before we are jumping to the games? How is the tournament till this moment?
Well, tournament so far, I'm quite happy. So far, okay, we won 3 matches. With decent score. Our tiebreak is also quite reasonable. We are one of the teams with the best tiebreaks. Okay, tiebreak sort of matters. I mean, it is good if you can win matches, but it is a good feeling if you know that your tiebreak is good and some equal results also, you know, so you're not put under some sort of big pressure. I'm happy how situation is going. Of course, we have this year a little bit different situation than the last year. Because, okay, last year we were seeded number 1, and now we are, let's say, not favorite. If team is seeded number 4, you are not exactly favorite.
Yeah, last year Galacticos, Pragnananda, Abdusatorov, Real Madrid at its best, but it's not easy to win this short. It's too short, this kind of event.
Yeah, last year we had, indeed, we had these 3 exceptional players. So Gukesh and Pragnananda and Abdusatorov, but, okay, those exceptional players we did not exactly manage to win. They are on the other hand also direct concurrents in their own private tournaments. Not always so easy to make them pull as a team. They were doing their best, but I cannot blame it last year on a number of rounds. It would be unfair because we had 2 important matches. And we lost both of them against Turkish Airlines, that was very strong last year, and Novi Bor, that is always strong, that became champion. So last year, actually, I cannot really blame it, you know, on the number of rounds, because we lost this match against Turkish Airlines, but then got a chance in the last round by beating Novi Bor to become champions. And this year, because there are more teams, I do not think that any team will have this kind of luxury. If you lose a match, you would be able maybe to win a medal, perhaps, but not to win the tournament, not to win the gold medal. So last year, we are only to blame ourselves for having 2 important matches and losing both of them.
You mentioned this team spirit, which is not easy. I think that to achieve, to raise it, I think that you can be very happy with the team spirit of Romanian team. You just came from Batumi, European teams with a good score. You were close to also winning a medal, which I think was also due to team spirit.
Yes, I'm quite happy how it went, because our starting position was number 15 and we finished 5th. And actually, we were not far from doing even better, because some matches, like versus Netherlands or Romania, we could have done even better. And we played the top teams. So when we had indeed very good team spirit, it was the first time since my tenure that Romania was playing with a purely Romanian team. And I'm quite happy how it went, and indeed we had a great atmosphere within our team.
Okay, before going to the games, just to point out that you have world champion in the team, which of course it's immediately it's guaranteeing some attention. How do you navigate through that situation? Of course, Gukesh is a big star. Everyone is following him individually, but he's also leader of your team.
Well, now it's actually, I would say, easier than the last year in a way. It may sound a bit, you know, funny, because last year we had stronger team. But it is difficult to say to, I don't know, to Abdusatorov or to Pragnananda, look, Gukesh is your leader. Because, well, they have a similar rating, they are similar age, and even their rating position keeps on changing per rating list. Here we have a different situation that, okay, Gukesh, even if we forget that he is official world champion, he is rated considerably higher than any other member of a team. And this way, okay, he did impose himself as a team leader. I have also asked him to do so, and he was quite happy to do this. And I hope that he will have successful tournament.
Okay, before checking only his game, let's go with the multi-view. Let's see current situation briefly before digging deeper. first board is something probably you are actually satisfied. It's a normal challenging position, and Gukesh is the one who calculates very, very good.
I'm not so happy with his choice because he's okay. Obviously, he wants to win the game. Otherwise, he would not be choosing this kind of opening. But White is taking considerable risk in this position. White can easily lose this position because you have, or let's put it this way, at this stage of the game it is probably easier to play for Black because Black is playing on a pawn structure, White is playing on a bit more space and a bishop pair, but White is the one who has to be creator in this position. Let's say Black moves, Giri's moves are not terribly difficult. He would place his bishop to b7, he will castle kingside. His next couple of moves are sort of relatively easy. Gukesh is not having such an easy decision.
There was this game, Gukesh versus Giri Vaikanze.
Yes.
Gukesh was on ropes, but somehow survived.
And
of course,
won.
Yeah, you don't want that kind of scenario, right? So it's obvious, yeah.
Yes, what I also heard, and this is something which I didn't know. Do you know that when they played in Vaikanze, that absolutely dramatic game, where Gukesh took a lot of risk with the White, that very morning he arrived he landed in Amsterdam at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Yes, I learned this just a couple of days ago.
To Schiphol, he arrived at...
Yes, he had to get some special award in India, and he had to attend this award giving, which made that, okay, he had a night flight, business class or not business class, it is a night flight. And he landed in Amsterdam at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay, went to hotel, I guess refreshed himself and got a little bit ready because games are starting at 1 o'clock in Vaikanze. And then he took all the risk possible and won that game versus Anish. So here he's also taking considerable risk. I don't think this is easy, to play for White because first of all, this pawn on e5, you do not need to worry this at this particular moment, but you need to worry this at some stage.
I agree. We will now dig deeper, but I just want to stay with multi games view. My comment was that for SuperChess it might be important that you make a plus on first three boards where you have some chances, because it won't be easy to make plus on last three boards. So, but at the moment it looks that Jordan is doing good. Parham is doing his job. So it's normal. First game is of course critical as well. So let's start digging. Let's check how Gukesh is exactly doing. Let's see some nuances. So right off the opening, it was Nimtz Indian. You are an expert there. It's your one of your favorites opening.
Okay, I'm not exactly expert of f3 line. So c5, a3, if he would take bishop c3, bc3, then yes. But okay, Giri played bishop a5. And I think that we have more games with the move d5 in a theory. D takes c5 is very responsible move because you do damage this pawn structure. Okay, you also take a bishop pair, because if you would have played, let's say, d5 instead, then you are having something which looks like, very funny snake Benoni, where bishop already somehow has appeared, normally goes to d6, c7, a5, here it is already there. But when you are, and black is not forced now to take any decision. When you take dc5, what like did, okay, you force black to take on c3, he has no other move. But you also damage your pawn structure, and okay, takes, knight a6. We don't have, interesting enough, we do not have too many games, in this particular position. We have one game of Erigaishi with white, who played it about a year ago. His opponent, I think, played move queen a5 instead of knight a6.
Was it a Vaikanze? No, or
no,
before?
No, it was one open tournament in Spain, and it finished as a draw, but Erigaishi as a white, he got very bad position at some stage, most probably lost position. And here already you have, for example, with the white, okay, you have bishop pair, you have this space, but you do need to take a decision what do you want to do, because your pawn structure is damaged. So okay, Gukesh takes space, which makes sense. I think he pushed e5, yeah.
Yeah, because of course the point is also to give some insight and opinion. Gukesh is a world champion. He has his agenda. He learns a lot, but we are just commentating. Of course, it's not easy to do it ex cathedra and say why he's doing that and doing this, because he's a fabulous player. But I love the way that you are also putting some question marks or some decision, because this is also what viewers would love to hear. Yeah. So after e5, knight g8,
and he develops bishop. Okay, but White is creator in this situation, because look, what could Black do? So far, all the moves are forced moves. On a3, he had to take on c3. Knight a6 or queen a5, tough to say, but knight a6, very logical move. I'm developing knight, I would like to grab a pawn, right? You hit me with d5, what else would I do? Now bishop e3, what else would I do than b6? All the moves are, let's say, so far, more or less forced. And okay, I'm not sure about White's move bishop e2. It is extremely logical move, but I don't know if White had some other possibility in that particular moment. But it is not really easy.
But clock management
is not good.
Not good at all.
Clock management is not good at all. But okay, I think also the clock management maybe is not so good, because he really has to take hard decisions. And it is not so clear what is he going to do. Not so clear at all.
And the problem here is that you cannot end up in a slightly worse position, probably.
No.
This is a bad thing.
No, here this is also a problem in general in a semi-Shinzo Indian, is that critical moments are usually arriving at very early stage of the game. And this is also here. We have critical moments, that's why Gukesh is burning so much time. But okay, game just started, right? And time pressure will be, well, inevitable. And decisions are not easy. Decisions are not easy. So, okay, I don't know. It is very risky.
Yeah, maybe it's a moment that you search on some other board advantage to see if the match can go your way.
I would be personally quite happy if this game ends in a draw. If I'm looking, positional risk and a time management, combination of those two elements, because he's giving to Anish, Anish has a considerable, time advantage, which may or may not translate into some other advantage over the board.
Okay, so let's check how Jordan is doing. He's not in a great shape, but it seems that in his game he just did a perfect job.
Well, we have guessed the exact variation that Mamedyarov will be playing.
Okay.
So
that's something I was mentioning, that it's very valuable to have an expert as a captain. You can have a coffee bringer, but I think it's more important.
We have, it is really interesting actually that versus Kings Indian, I was surprised actually. I only learned this, investigating this morning, that Mamedyarov in 90% of the games is playing fianchetto variation.
Really?
Yes. You would not expect it, right?
No, not at all.
I was also surprised. I was also very much surprised. And okay, so this
is popular. Caruana played it, and some others. Yeah.
Yes, this is all popular.
F4, exactly.
By the way, Mamedyarov does not have a single game in this line.
Ah, okay.
White. And okay, here is an interesting moment, because Caruana has played move c5 and some other players. e6 is played in just a very few games. So you're playing e6 and okay, e4, e5. What is purpose of this? Well, the purpose of this is that you are challenging actually a white center. And basic idea behind is, let's say...
Okay, let's say why, for example, not e5 immediately, just to show some kind of difference.
You would like a bishop to be closed.
Okay. Okay, so this bishop can go out. This bishop, sorry.
This bishop.
Yeah, can
like
go out.
Closed,
yeah, and this way it's open. So that's why first e6 and after e4, e5.
Yeah, and here it is, instead of, if you don't want to play move, let's say knight f3, you're having a possibility, let's say, to take fe5.
Okay.
d5, and to play with bishop a3.
Okay.
And black gets actually pretty good position after knight c6.
Oh, This is something I think you like a lot, and Jordan as well.
Because if you want to take this exchange, okay, I can take by queen if I want to. And, well, I'm challenging center, let's say d5, knight a5. I have a great blockade. I will also collect some pawns in the process, and this is, let's say, the idea behind the variation behind this.
Okay, so it went knight f3, following way, bishop g5.
Yeah, c5, c6. Instead of queen d2, you have moved like queen a4 to try to stop this move b6. And here probably intelligent for black is maybe to play first move like h6.
Okay.
To send his bishop to d2. It is not smart to grab a pawn on e4. I mean, take, pawn takes, queen e4, because there is no immediate refutation, but you are spending too many, you know, tempis. So instead of this, you can play here move like, let's say, b6. And if you take by queen there, you can play move like bishop a6. And you do through rook e1. You can take on e5, on d4, sorry, to take by pawn, knight e5. You get the pawn back, because there is a check on d4.
Nice.
Yeah, and you're fine with the black, you're quite happy.
Okay, let's check what has happened. So here instead of queen a4, he went for queen d2, b6.
And now b6 is coming, and black is perfectly okay. All the problems
are gone.
All the problems are gone. Actually, maybe it's even more comfortable to be black in this one. I don't see how, okay, white can also not lose, because maximum I can achieve for black is heavy, is rook ending 3 versus 2. So this game is going to be a draw.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, which is good. We eliminated a great attacking player like Shakhriyar with white. Okay.
Okay, even regarding this position, I was discussing this, actually showing this to the audience, that before, like, it was known that after h3 and let's say e5, that sort of black is threatening to take on d4, and then after knight rook e8, you need to play f3, and then knight can maybe exploit this square. But suddenly engine tend to say that this is not a big deal, and that f3 can be played anyway, and that you can allow this weakening. But here also this long castle, this is new approach. This theory has developed there a lot.
I think that Parham is probably being attacking player. He's probably quite happy with his position. Also, I think that this is the first game that he's playing versus Richard with white. They had 4 games. I think that they had 4 games until now, or 4 games.
I think you will show, yeah.
And Rapport is on +1, which is not so bad.
It seemed that 5 draws and that Parham is on +1.
Okay, so they had more games than I thought, but he's on +1. This is what I knew, that his score is pretty good.
Okay, so let's get back the board. So current situation is that, as you said, there are a lot of attacking possibilities.
Okay, not so bad. He's a pawn up, and this pawn up is passed pawn on d6, and it's not like he's getting mated or something like this. I guess that some stuff will come. What is it? Rook c8, knight c4.
It's healthy +1 probably. It's evaluation at least.
It must be better for white. Obviously, must be better for white. It cannot be enough compensation for this pawn.
I agree, but of course we won't underestimate Richard's chances. He's in a good shape.
Yeah, he's in excellent shape.
So let's check how Sarana is doing versus Sarin. It seems that it's steering towards a draw.
Yes, actually, a couple of moves ago, if you would just go back, just a few moves when he took on d5. This was the time, this was, when he took on e7, sorry.
Okay.
This was the time when I was leaving somehow my, hotel room, and I didn't know what would happen. So bishop e7. I did play a number of games on the black side myself, and I was usually taking knight e7. In both cases, whether you would go for this isolated pawn or not, engine is giving like 0.3 for white. But the point was, when I take knight e7, if let's say this 0.3 does not materialize in something more, then probably it is going to be 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
And when I play with this isolated pawn, computer gives exactly same evaluation, but you can sit on me for quite some time without any risk.
Mm-hmm.
And well, technical player like Nihal, I think that he's probably quite happy with this.
Yeah, but yesterday
situation.
we witnessed game Giri versus Fedoseev, and Fedoseev voluntarily entered this isolated.
I was very surprised because Fedoseev had played yesterday versus Giri, something that in a pre-computer time you would be considered complete patzer.
Yes.
Doing this, but he went for it and made easy draw. I was quite, surprised. Also by choice versus Anish, who is excellent technical player.
Yeah, so when I'm having this knowledge, somehow this doesn't feel bad at all.
Yeah, and I think that Sarana will need to be a little bit patient, but I think that this game will be a drawn.
Which is also a good sign.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
you.
complaining.
And then we have Deac versus Alekseenko.
Yeah, there is.
Somehow Deac is not getting some advantage after the opening. Usually he's quite equal.
Well, this position looks like Queen's Gambit accepted, where that type of position of Queen's Gambit accepted, where Black is simply doing very well. Black is not worse for sure.
So what happened? Let's just briefly check the opening. So it was Nimzo Indian. You know this very well.
Well, so here instead of castles, I think, well, if White has ambition, that he has to play move a3. If he has ambition. And okay, Black has a different choices.
Taking
on c3, taking on d4, even bishop a5. Black has different choices, but if White has ambition, he has to play move like a3. Okay, d takes c5 is not a move that you play if you have ambition.
Yeah.
It is sort of, let's say, half move. And so now what we have is that Black is actually doing...
maybe e4 was not necessary immediately, but okay. He played e4.
Well, what White wants to, let's say, replicate with this, play, but it is... he's not getting what he's hoping to get. If you would, let's say, put the stuff to the very start of the game, so go back just to the very start, go back, d5, d4, d5. Okay, c4, dc4.
Yep.
Knight f3, knight f6.
Sorry. Yeah, knight f3, knight f6.
e3, e6, bishop takes, a6, queen e2.
Furman,
c5, dc5, bishop c5. Okay, knight c3, and I would like them to play maybe e4 at some stage. This is what White is hoping to replicate, but he is not very successful doing this because Black did not play move a6. In Furman variation, Black never manages so easily to play knight c6, bishop d6, knight e5, knight e5, bishop e5. So Black is actually now having excellent version of Furman variation. Excellent version of Furman variation. And if somebody is better, it is not White. I don't know if, can Black grab a pawn?
Yes, this is a possibility. So bishop takes c3.
Yeah, well, I have to take with queen, right? And you take, let's say,
take with
bishop. Let's say you would like to be a pawn up.
Okay, takes, knight takes, and queen somewhere. Maybe there is some rook d7 something. There is some.
But it will be tough. Knight back. Then bishop f4, but then e5. Maybe I should. How do I manage this?
Knight is
Should
coming
I
to
maybe
d5.
try to be smart to play queen d4 so that you would not have move e5? Will this help me?
So bishop f4.
Bishop f4, e5.
Okay, here I move my bishop
g5.
somewhere.
Bishop g5.
Maybe g3 even. Okay.
G3. Yeah, g3 or g5. Because if I also put on g3, I bother your pawn. If I put on g5, I'm asking question, where do you go with your knight? Because I want to damage your pawn structure.
Yeah, I don't think that this is
I
dangerous.
think this is probably what he has in mind. And probably he's happy here.
Okay, there is also another option.
Take by knight.
which is
But then I'm not maybe
worried.
so much worried. Let's say I can do this. But also I have maybe another possibility. Let me try to replicate Gukesh from his game versus Maghsoodloo. Queen c4, bishop d5, rook d5. You take, knight f6, queen b7, take, you hit my bishop, I go back. If you take on b2, I take on a7. I try to play like Gukesh versus
very nice,
versus
very
Murzin.
nice, very nice. Now black needs to be careful.
Try to push my pawn.
Yeah.
Okay, Gukesh even had extra pawn on f4, which he was in a very good shape.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so it's still so of course.
Yeah,
black,
it's normal. I think it's balanced. It is a balanced
black
game.
Can also wait for a while, and the question
black is not forced to do anything.
black can play something like h6 as well, and then ask white how do you move on.
Also, I would like Bogdan to a little bit speed up his, time consumption. Okay.
Let's see how Daniel is doing on the last board. So it was Catalan.
Yep.
Knight c6, bishop d6. You know this very well.
Yeah, knight d4 is attempt to directly equalize. Knight e7 is also not a bad move. This is something which you can also do because engine is giving some advantage to white, but I'm not so sure in a human play that this is something. So knight d4, okay. There, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm quite actually, let's say, happy with the outcome of the opening because the plan was to push Murzin in a non-standard position because he is extremely good in standard positions. But if you put him in a situation to think out of the box, I think that he is less brilliant. And this is the idea. And also, okay, idea is not bad because he's burning some time. And we wanted to create situation 3-result play. And this is a 3-result play position. We didn't want to give him, let's say, some security that he can play without risk. In this position, he is playing with risk. Yes.
Regarding head-to-head, have they played before, Dardha and Murzin?
Actually, good question. I think that Dardha told me that either they didn't play or result is balanced. Did they play before?
Yes, they have.
But the result is balanced.
It's very
result is balanced. Yeah, there is nothing.
Okay,
and also I don't know what is the age that they played because both of them are very young. So it is actually kind of important when did they play.
I recall that you entered one of our fellow grandmaster book that he made some scalps versus Korchnoi versus you. How many years you had when he won against you? Draško's book.
Okay, yeah, I entered in some book. There was some book that somebody put it. I think that he beat me when I was, I don't know, maybe 14 or something like this. And I landed in a book. This is kind of
as a great scalp.
As a great scalp, yeah. I landed in a book, yeah.
Okay.
Correct. This is Montenegrin Grandmaster Draško. He published this in his book. I think I was 14 when the game was played.
Okay, so just to make some kind of conclusion, we can stay with this multi-view.
I'm curious, only development in a game of Gukesh. I'm very curious about this because actually based on what I'm seeing, this is the only game where I'm worried. Because of a pawn structure, because of the fact that Giri is a great player, and because of a clock situation. I have those three elements that make me worried. So how did the game proceed?
So in this position where we left, bishop d4 was played.
Sensible move. He doesn't want to think about this hanging pawn forever. And I assume that idea behind Gukesh play is like, I am asking you a question, what you're going to do with my bishop? If you take it, you improve my pawn structure. If you play d6, you open this bishop. And if you do nothing, I don't complain.
Okay, black can prepare attack on c4 with some rook c8, bishop a6, then to move the knight at some point. But at the same time, white will start doing something on the king side.
Yep.
So I think this is something Giri is thinking. Is he on time to grab the c pawn?
Could be. I'm also, wondering if black, let's say, at some moment jumps with the knight on f5.
Oh, you have a handshake, board number 2.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Jordan delivered.
Well delivered, all according to plan. And I'm, for example, wondering if Giri, jumps now or the next move, let's say on f5, whether I can try to play some, let's say, maybe some provocative move like g4. Whether this is, an option, because then you improve my structure, but I damaged my own king side. But okay, it will be interesting how Giri is going to react.
Yeah, as you said, sometimes I'm also putting an emphasis on this psychological moment, because now, okay, as you said, you made some good moves, you're having a good position, but now you need to do something else to be able to win the game.
Well, like we were talking before, all Giri moves until now were easy moves. Okay, he's a great player, but 2400 player can make also those moves. There were no kind of difficult moves, but now he has to start making difficult moves.
Yeah,
taking decisions.
Okay, so we will end up your commentary, your masterclass with that comment. Ivan, thanks for joining, and yeah, you are always more than welcome. If you win the title, of course, we might ask you that you bring your first board here, but we will see.
Well, okay, if we. Let's make a deal. You root for us to win the title, and I promise from my end, if we win the title, that I would get world champion in your commentating booth.
I need to be natural, but fair enough. I wanted to add something that my former coach, Grandmaster Kulak, he was also a good friend of Ivan, has passed away on this day 10 years ago. So yeah, I'm using this chance maybe just to mention him.
Yes, Krunoslav Kulak was a great friend of mine, and he died way too early from a cancer. And I flew to Zagreb and I gave a master class based on his games. And younger generation who do not know him, he won many brilliant games in his life, and and I was showing a number of those attacking games.
Halifman, I think even against Ljubojevic.
Yes, against Ljubojevic he won some Sicilian with a great attack, and he was a dynamic player on a sound, let's say, positional basis.
Yeah, former Yugoslav champion, but Kruno was also very entertaining. Bohemian style.
I finished with him enough bottles of wine, this is true.
Okay, so